Welcome back to Fintech Homies.
Mm.
You know, we always talk about building wealth and side hustles,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, um, what's it all for?
Right.
Today, we're diving deep into this whole idea of financial freedom,
Okay.
specifically how this book, Financial Freedom, that you shared, tackles it.
Yeah, this book is really interesting.
Yeah.
It flips the script on all that traditional financial advice. Like, it makes you rethink your whole relationship with money and time, not just your retirement plan.
Yeah, and like right away,
Mm-hmm.
this book kind of disses the classic save 5 to 10% of your income advice.
Right.
We've all heard that a million times.
Yeah.
And, remember Travis from the book?
Oh, yeah.
He's been saving his 5% for like 20 years. Feels
Yeah.
great about it.
Yeah.
But then the book does the math and
Brilliant.
not so good.
That's a wake-up call.
Yeah.
It shows how that old way of thinking might not be enough. Especially if you want to retire early or want more flexibility. Plus, it doesn't even consider investing more aggressively early on.
Okay, so if saving 5–10% isn't the answer,
Yeah.
what does this book suggest?
Well,
They keep bringing up this your number thing.
right.
What is that all about?
It's like the holy grail of financial freedom.
Okay.
It's the magic number you need invested to live off just the returns.
So you don't touch the principal.
Exactly.
And this kind of reminds me of that episode we did on compound interest.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
This book really emphasizes that concept.
Absolutely. It's all about that snowball effect.
Right, you're money making money,
Uh-huh.
but how do you even figure out your own number?
Well, the book has a pretty detailed framework for calculating it. It considers things like your living expenses, your dream lifestyle, and estimated investment returns.
Got it.
It even factors in things like inflation.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So let's say you hit your number and retire early, right?
Okay.
You're 30 living the dream.
Right.
But what about when you're like 60? Do you just hope your money magically lasts that long?
That's where things get interesting.
All right.
The book has a whole section on managing your finances after you reach financial freedom.
Wow.
It goes way beyond just setting a budget. It dives into sustainable withdrawal strategies, diversifying income streams,
Right.
and even protecting yourself from things like sequence of returns risk.
Oh, yeah, we've talked about that before.
Right.
Okay, before we get too far ahead,
Yeah,
this book paints a pretty different picture of retirement than what we usually hear.
it does.
Like, they talk about people retiring in their 20s and 30s. Is that even realistic?
The book argues that it is,
Hmm.
but it takes a huge mindset shift.
Okay.
They want you to move away from that scarcity mindset.
You mean like that feeling like there's never enough money?
Exactly.
Okay.
And instead, embrace an abundance mindset.
So instead of stressing about money all the time,
Yeah.
you think about how to use it to create a life you actually love,
Right.
even if that means leaving the traditional career path behind.
Exactly. And that ties into the book's whole thing about viewing money in terms of the time and freedom it buys. It makes you ask yourself, how much of your life are you really willing to trade for a paycheck?
That's a powerful question, especially in today's world.
Right.
But let's be real.
Yeah.
Reaching financial freedom, especially young,
Mm-hmm.
it takes more than just thinking positive, right?
You're absolutely right.
So what does the book suggest?
Well, it lays out several actionable steps you can take.
Okay.
It starts with maximizing your current job,
Interesting.
not settling for your current salary, but actively negotiating raises, exploring equity ownership,
Right?
and taking advantage of things like remote work for more flexibility.
I like that.
Yeah,
It's like taking ownership even if you're not quitting tomorrow.
exactly.
And we've done episodes on salary negotiation and remote work. So
Yeah.
this all ties in nicely.
For sure.
So beyond your main gig, the book encourages exploring side hustles.
Right, especially ones that use your skills and interests.
Okay.
They use this example of Matt.
Matt,
Yeah, he's a graphic designer who built a 6-figure dog walking business.
wait, dog walking. 6 figures.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this Matt guy.
His story is a perfect example of how the best side hustles come from unexpected places. He took his love for dogs
Uh-huh.
and his business skills and turned it into a booming business.
Wow.
And the book breaks down his journey, giving tips on everything,
Cool.
from finding your niche to scaling with a team.
That's inspiring.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that episode we did on finding the perfect side hustle.
Oh, yeah.
It's not about chasing trends,
Right.
but tapping into what you're already good at or love to do.
Exactly. And of course,
yeah.
we can't talk about financial freedom without talking about investing.
Okay, so what's Financial Freedom's take on investing? Do they have any specific strategies?
They really emphasize investing early and aggressively to get the most out of compound growth.
Gotcha.
They even suggest bumping up your savings rate by 1% every 30-90 days.
I like that.
Yeah.
Like a mini challenge
Uh-huh.
to slowly boost your savings.
Exactly. It's about building momentum
Right. Yeah.
and creating good financial habits. And when it comes to specific investments, the book lays out a clear framework,
Okay.
starting with maxing out those tax-advantaged accounts.
Like 401ks and IRAs.
Exact.
Yeah, we've done a whole series on those.
Right.
So our listeners should be pretty familiar.
Yeah, but the book goes deeper.
Okay.
It recommends a high percentage of stocks for long-term growth.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and it suggests starting with simple index funds,
Right?
you get broad market exposure at a low cost.
Yeah, index funds are like the all-star team of investing.
For sure.
But does the book completely rule out individual stocks?
Not necessarily.
Hmm.
It says small investments in individual stocks could be an option,
Okay.
especially if they really align with your beliefs.
Right.
And you're okay with the higher risk.
So it's not a hard no,
Right.
but definitely proceed with caution.
Exactly.
What about real estate?
Oh, yeah.
Does the book talk about that?
Actually, it spends a lot of time on real estate.
Really?
It presents it as a powerful tool for building wealth and not just buying a home to live in. They explore strategies like house hacking, flipping properties,
Right.
and even building a portfolio of rentals for passive income.
So it's about using real estate to make money,
Exactly.
not just having a place to live.
Right.
Speaking of, a lot of our listeners are just starting out.
Uh-huh.
Do they have any advice for people who might not have a huge down payment saved up?
Absolutely.
Okay.
They offer several strategies for building a home with little money down. They even suggest looking into FHA loans, which have lower down payment requirements.
Right.
And remember that episode we did on house hacking?
Oh, yeah?
The book highlights that as a great way to live rent-free while building equity.
It's like the ultimate 2-for-1 deal.
It is.
You live in your investment and make money from it.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
But real estate investing can be intimidating.
Yeah, especially if you've never done it before.
Right.
Does the book give any practical tips for getting started?
It does.
Oh.
It talks about researching up-and-coming neighborhoods, finding fixer-uppers that you can add value to,
Right.
and even networking with experienced investors to learn the ropes.
So it's about taking action.
Yeah.
And not letting fear hold you back.
Exactly.
And it's not just about buying the property.
Right.
They also talk about what to do after you own it.
The book goes into detail about refinancing.
Okay.
To tap into equity you've built
And
and then use that cash to buy more properties.
so you're using debt to build wealth.
Right.
That's a crazy concept for a lot of
I
people.
don't even know, right?
But it's not all easy, right?
No.
The book admits that real estate investing has its challenges.
It does.
What are some of those challenges?
Well, it reminds us that it's not passive.
Okay.
You have to be ready to deal with tenants, maintenance.
All the joys of being a landlord.
Exactly.
You got to be willing to put in the work
Yeah.
and learn about property management.
But hey,
Yeah.
if it helps you reach financial freedom faster,
Right.
maybe it's worth it.
Now, once you actually hit financial freedom,
Yeah.
it's not like you just stop everything, right?
No.
The book talks about actively managing your finances.
Yes, even after you're not working a traditional job.
So it's not just about making the money.
No.
It's also about what you do with it afterwards.
Exactly.
They talk about having a solid plan.
Right, even after you reach your number.
Okay.
It talks about creating a sustainable withdrawal strategy to make sure your money lasts.
Right.
And remember how we talked about sequence of returns risk?
Oh, yeah.
The book digs into that too.
Right. That's the idea that the order your investments perform in can really impact how long your money lasts.
Especially in early retirement.
Exactly. So what does the book say to do about that?
It gives several strategies to reduce that risk.
Okay.
One is building a bonus cash buffer.
Bonus cash.
Yeah, basically having a few years' worth of living expenses in cash or low-risk investments.
So like an extra cushion?
Exactly.
Okay.
It gives you a cushion so you don't have to sell stocks when the market's down.
That's smart.
Yeah, you don't want to lock in losses.
Right.
What else?
Yeah, what else does the book recommend for managing finances after financial freedom?
Well, it suggests looking into a Roth IRA conversion ladder.
A Roth IRA conversion ladder.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
Maybe we talked about it in our retirement planning hacks episode. It's a bit complicated.
Okay.
But basically, you gradually convert some of your traditional IRA to a Roth IRA each year. And after 5 years, you can withdraw those converted funds tax-free.
Oh, that's like a loophole for early retirees.
It is.
And it all goes back to being strategic with your finances,
Yes.
not just hoping for the best. It's about being proactive
Yeah.
and optimizing your situation.
Even after you've hit your goals.
I'm seeing a theme here.
Uh-huh.
This book isn't just about reaching financial freedom.
Right.
It's about maintaining it.
Right. And making sure your money lasts.
But isn't that kind of stressful?
What do you mean?
Like, even after you're free, you still have to worry about money.
Well, the book addresses that.
Yeah.
It says managing your finances doesn't have to be a burden. It's about finding a system that works for you,
Right.
automating what you can,
Okay.
and regularly checking in.
So it's not about being chained to your spreadsheets.
Exactly.
It's about enjoying your freedom,
Yeah.
but also being responsible.
Right.
And they even suggest building in some flexibility
Uh-huh.
so you can adjust your spending
Yeah.
based on your needs and goals.
It's not about being rigid.
Right.
It's about having a plan,
Yeah.
but being able to adapt.
To life's curveballs.
Exactly.
So does the book talk about anything besides investing when it comes to managing your money after financial freedom?
It does.
Okay.
It stresses the importance of diversification.
Okay.
Not just in your investments,
Uh-huh.
but in your income streams too.
Oh, right. Like those side hustles we were talking about.
Exactly.
Even if you don't need to work,
Right.
having multiple sources of income
Yeah.
can be a safety net.
It can.
And it can also give you a sense of purpose.
Absolutely.
Like, even if you don't need to work,
Uh-huh.
maybe you want to.
To keep your skills sharp.
Yeah, or contribute to something you care about.
Exactly.
It's not about sitting on a beach doing nothing.
Right.
It's about having the time and resources to pursue your passions,
Yeah.
make a difference,
Uh-huh.
and keep growing.
The book has some pretty inspiring examples of people doing just that.
Yeah, we see people in the book retiring young to travel,
Right.
others starting businesses,
Mm-hmm.
some dedicate their time to causes they care about.
Yeah. It shows you that financial freedom isn't just about escaping the 9 to 5. It's about having options.
It's about choosing how you spend your time,
Exactly.
whether that's pursuing a passion, giving back, or just having the flexibility to live on your own terms.
Yeah.
Okay, I am getting serious phono just thinking about all this.
I know, right?
But let's get back to reality for a second.
Okay.
This book, Financial Freedom,
Yeah.
it gives you a plan, but it doesn't magically give you a winning lottery ticket.
Right. You still got to put in the work.
Exactly.
Oh.
So for our fintech homies out there just starting out,
Uh-huh.
what are some key takeaways?
Well, the biggest one, I think, is changing your mindset.
Okay.
The book really pushes the idea that you have to believe it's possible.
Even if it seems impossible right now.
Exactly, even if it feels daunting.
Yeah, that whole abundance mindset thing.
Yeah.
Easy to get stuck in that I can't afford that trap.
It is.
But this book wants you to think bigger.
Yeah, to rethink how you see money.
And speaking of choices,
Uh-huh.
the book gives you tons of actionable strategies.
It does.
It's not just about big ideas.
Nope.
It's about actually doing something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, they cover everything.
Okay.
From earning more at your job, to side hustles, to investing wisely, to managing your money after you're financially free.
It's like having a personal finance coach in your pocket.
Right.
And it doesn't sugarcoat the boring stuff either.
Like what?
Budgeting, tracking expenses, planning for emergencies.
Right.
It's all in there.
It's about being real.
Yeah.
Financial freedom isn't just about having a lot of money. It's also about managing it well.
That's such a good point, especially for people early in their careers.
It is.
It's easy to get caught up in making money,
Uh-huh.
but you also need to know how to protect it.
And make it work for you.
Yeah, and the book helps you do that.
It does.
They talk about emergency funds, paying off debt,
Right.
having a plan for unexpected things.
It's like building a strong foundation.
Yeah.
For your dreams and goals.
And it's not one size fits all either.
No, everyone's different.
The book gets that. And they want you to make your own plan.
Based on your own situation and goals.
That's what makes this book so great.
Right.
It gives you a roadmap,
Yeah.
but it also lets you create your own path. It's not about following someone else's rules.
Nope.
It's about understanding the ideas and using them in your own life.
It's not just about the destination.
Right.
It's about the journey.
And who knows?
What?
Maybe you'll find a new passion along the way,
Yeah.
like Matt and his dog walking empire.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Well, it's been awesome talking about this book with you.
Yeah, with all our fintech homies out there.
Hopefully this deep dive gave you some inspiration
Yeah, and some practical tips.
for your own journey to financial freedom.
And remember,
Yeah.
no matter where you are on your path,
Hmm.
the key is to start taking action today.
Even if it's just a small step.
Exactly.
And if you want more insights and inspiration,
Yes.
Make sure you subscribe to Fintech Homies.
For more thought-provoking content.
And don't forget,
Yeah.
give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed our deep dive into financial freedom.
We're here to support you every step of the way.
Thanks for joining us, Fintech Homies.